Hello all and welcome to a late Monday night review. So just finished with work. It's Veterans Day. Nothing happened all day. So yeah, it was just me 8 hours feeding birds and sitting around all day at work. Uh, so all in all, a great day. Any day when I can go and feed birds until the sun sets and just read the rest of the night is a good work day. So, what is it that we are reviewing tonight, and why are we reviewing tonight? Well, as you know, November, December, I start to amp up the amount of reviews I do in preparation for dry January. And yeah, so we might as well just go and start reviewing things, and especially since I've noticed that there are some gaps I need to fill in. And I'm going to be reviewing something that doesn't get very many views or response here on my channel, but I really enjoy doing, and I really consider it the mission of my channel, which is reviewing local Hawaii-produced alcoholic beverages and non-alcoholic beverages as well. Please excuse a barking dog. I need to move. Anyways, it's like this all day, all night. Anyways, what are we reviewing tonight? We are reviewing a cider from Paradise Ciders. I've reviewed quite a few of ciders from them before. I haven't reviewed this one. I thought I did, but apparently looking up my back, my au revoir, as it were, I haven't actually. And yes, this is Hang Loose Juice. And this is a passion fruit, orange, and guava cider. This is 5.0 ABV. And I believe that, where are they producing this now? See here? God, I really need to get glasses. Well, it doesn't have where they are. I believe they're located in Mililani now. They moved from downtown Honolulu, Kaka'ako area to Mililani, probably because Mililani is a lot cheaper. And Mililani being in the center of the island. And yeah, so calories on this, 140 calories. And see here, ingredients are apple juice, guava puree, passion fruit juice, orange juice, natural flavors. Let's go and pour this one out now, shall we? Ooh, already getting a strong fermented flavor from this. Fermented odor from this. Of course, being a cider doesn't hold its head, so white and fizzy, very well carbonated. And yeah, a hazy yellow-orange. Looks more yellow in this light, but it's got a bit more tinge of orange to it from where I'm looking at here. Color balance is a little off on my camera. I look really, really florid for some reason. Whew. Oh my goodness. Why did I go like that? Well, let's just say I've been kind of trained by the popularity of passion orange guava seltzers and beers here, well, IPAs here, to have it be on the sweeter side, the being juicy forward. This one smells like a passion fruit tree and a guava tree are right next to each other. They're both loaded with fruit. The fruit has started to fall off, and there's a whole bunch of it just fermenting on the ground there. It smells like very much of very, very overripe guava and passion fruit. But not in an unpleasant way where it starts to become like, that sort of rotting smell. It's more of that fermented smell, that strong fermented smell. Underneath that is the orange. You definitely catch that. And you still also catch the apple too, being kind of the backbone underneath that very strong passion fruit and guava, and slightly more subtle orange. Yeah, whew, very fermented smelling. But that's okay. I enjoy that. Some people might find it a little off-putting, especially if you're more of a beer drinker. I find that ciders tend to have that fermented smell. This one's really strong. Okay, onto the palate now, shall we? Hmm. So there's an initial sweetness on the palate that quickly moves to an intense, well, I shouldn't say intense, but a good deal of tartness in the mids. There is that fermented taste in the mid to finish. So let me give you a close-up since it wants to go and do a close-up now. Hi, over here. Okay. And kind of um, apple taste lingering in the long finish on the palate. Despite the intensity of the passion and guava in the nose, it's much more subdued in the top note and very, very subtle on the palate. The apple very much comes forward on the palate. I mean, it's there, but it doesn't clobber you over the head like it does in the nose. I have to say the element of sweetness that is most apparent in the front but exists throughout really is probably where that passion orange guava shows up the most and has that most pog-like note. And what I mean by pog-like note is the taste of pog juice, passion orange guava juice, which is very popular in Hawaii, in which none of the three elements really stands out on its own but is all together. Yeah, I have to say this is pretty enjoyable. It's a different take on the passion orange guava uh, hazy IPA, which is common, and of course much better than passion orange guava seltzer. But then basically any beer or cider or truly fermented beverage is going to be better than the hard seltzer for me. In fact, I'm kind of glad that the hard seltzer trend is kind of passing a bit. It frees up more shelf space for interesting things that I like. There was a time like a couple of years back where they were everywhere. Actually, a bit more than a couple of years, maybe about 3 or 4 years back. I have a lot of videos where I'm just griping about them. But this, on the other hand, is nothing to gripe about. It's definitely well worth a try if you like ciders. A bit on the pricey side, as well, most ciders are here in Hawaii. Ciders are a bit more expensive than beers, and local ciders being even more so. This was about $15–16 for the sixer, but I think it's worth it. So if ciders are your bag, then definitely give this local one a try out. I think they're the only local producer of ciders. At least they're selling commercially anyways. I'm not sure if anyone's homebrewing ciders here in Hawaii. It kind of makes sense considering how much fruit we produce here. you know. So yeah, give this a shot if ciders are your bag. And that, folks, is your cider review for this late night. Cheers.